Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Gamestack Podcast, right here on We Just Love Games Network. This is episode 123, Kickin, Ass-assins. I am your co-host, Vendertron. Also joining me this evening is the wonderful Shalene. Hi, Shalene.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I know I say this every week, but it has been a week.
Oh, really?
7 days have passed.
Oh,
it's been more than 7 days. We've missed like 2 weeks in a row, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah, you were on vacation, and then the next weekend my power went out, and I had to sit in the dark for like 5 hours.
Did you
fun.
reconnect with your roots? I feel like that's what happens when the power goes out and people can't look at their phones or watch Netflix, or, you actually sit down and talk with the people that you live with.
I dug out a flashlight and read a book.
Did you read the Bible?
My favorite is that meme where it shows like when the power's been out for an hour, and it shows the Little House on the Prairie family.
Yeah.
But
well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm tired. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm also tired. My trip to Vancouver Island was really nice. Our Airbnb that we stayed at was just awesome. The owner was such a sweet, sweet lady, and the yard was absolutely beautiful, and it was very spacious and comfortable. And we ripped around the island. We saw all kinds of things. We did some hiking. We spent time at the ocean. It was it was a nice time. It was just the right amount of time. Getting home was a little bit of a disaster, though. Our flight was canceled twice. I had to sleep in Calgary Airport on an airport bench, which I only slept for about 30 minutes because some jerk on the other side of the terminal was snoring so loud that it was keeping everybody awake. But hindsight, always 2020. I brought my hammock with me. Big hammock fan, right? Brought my hammock with me, and I was really...
Why didn't you hang it up in the airport?
I know, right? It was in my check bag.
Oh, drat.
And when we had landed, my travel mate, her husband was going to go down and get the luggage because we had this big situation, right? The flight was canceled twice. They rerouted us to Calgary. We were walking into a 9.5-hour overlay. We were supposed to get to the WestJet counter to try to figure out if they had a hotel for us, if they had food for us, right? And so we get to the line, and there's like hundreds of people in line, right? Because the whole flight, everybody else's flight was canceled too, right? So,
what a nightmare.
So we're standing there in line, and her husband goes down to the lower level where the baggage drop off is, and our bags don't come out on the conveyor. And he's like, the bags are lost. They're not here. And we're like, what? Are you serious? They probably went to Edmonton, and we went to Calgary, and our bags are in Edmonton, or something stupid like that. Wouldn't be the first time. So I went to the baggage claim counter, and it turns out that they were actually holding our baggage for us at the airport for the connecting flight in 9 hours.
Oh, good. That's lovely.
For some reason, we were under the impression that we were going to have to collect our baggage and then take it to the next, right? Because we still had to go through security, and we still had to check in and do all this other stuff because it was just a mess. So anyways, my hammock was in my check bag. And if I did have it, Shalene, I tell you right now, that hammock would have been up in that airport, and there would have been no security guard strong enough to tear me out of that. I'll tell you that right now. But, and it got me thinking too, actually. I started looking online about what people do in airports with hammocks, and there's no written rule that says that you can't put a hammock up. Right?
Yeah.
If you have an inconspicuous spot in an airport and you have a 9-10 hour layover,
why not put up a hammock?
Just put up your hammock. It's not hurting anybody, right? So, anyways.
No, if I saw somebody in the airport using their hammock, I would just think, man, there is somebody who's got their life together.
So I have this grandiose plan now. In October, I'm not sure if I told you this, but in October, I'm going to Copenhagen.
Yeah, you told me that you had a conference, I think.
Yeah, Copenhagen, Denmark. I was lucky enough to be one of the recipients of the doctoral consortium, so the conference is paid for, airfare and accommodation. So I'm very excited about that. October 15th, I'll be in Copenhagen. And this time, I'm bringing my hammock. And I'm bringing it in my carry-on. Because I'm not actually coming back to Edmonton. I will be flying out of...
Are you moving?
No. It is a one-way ticket, but on a westbound train. Anyway. So I actually have another... This sounds so bougie and pretentious. I actually have another conference on October 27th. So I'm going to stay in Copenhagen for 6 days and like venture around, do my own thing.
Yeah, why not?
And
Make
then
a little vacation
right,
out of it.
and then fly from Copenhagen direct to Toronto, where I have my second conference, which is 2 days, and then from Toronto back to Edmonton. Mm-hmm. And if any of you are traveling right now, you know what kind of shape Toronto Airport is in. It is like it's on the list of top 10 or 5 airports in the world that are just a total mess right now. So I'm gonna take my hammock, and if I have a layover in Toronto, everything will be fine. Yeah. So
brilliant.
Anyways,
brilliant.
I suppose we should do a show.
Hey, I heard this is a gaming podcast.
Yeah. If you do have your hammock up, or if you have a hammock and you haven't put it up and listen to the podcast in it. That's a great way to use a hammock. We love to bring you new, fresh, juicy episodes of Gamestack Podcast every week, which is sponsored by Oak and Crow Coffee. If you head on over to oakandcrow.com, you can pick up a bag of We Just Love Coffee Blend, and $2 from every purchase of We Just Love Coffee Blend goes to the Children's Miracle Network. Don't forget, host us if you're listening live right here on Twitch. Share the link, tweet it out, put it on social media, tell your friends about the show. And send us an email. Tell us what you think about the show. Give us a little message, and we'll read it out. We'll talk about it. Welcome to everybody coming into the chat. It's so nice to see all of you. Vod, Taz, Deus Mortem, Fournier, and also Spellcheck, Thanaknak, Joshy. Welcome.
I'm so glad to see everybody. I needed this today.
Best part of the week. Speaking of everybody else who's not here, where can we find the rest of the community, Shalene?
You know what? A lot of our community hangs out in the Discord server, the We Just Love Games Discord server. We like to announce our new people, but there's been nobody for a while. There is a literal tumbleweed rolling across the show notes where we would usually type in our new Discord people.
Yeah, let me.
This made me giggle.
Oh, that's the wrong screen. Hold on.
It was a good one.
I have it here. Is that... No, that's not it.
Little tumbleweed rolling across.
Look at that little tumbleweed. Bloop. Bloop.
But yes, if you visit our Twitch page, twitch.tv/We Just Love Games, whether or not the channel is live, there is a link there where you can join our Discord any time of the day or night. Alternately, you can just shoot us a message on social media. We'll get you that Discord link. We would love for you to join and hang out with us there. That Discord, I really enjoy hanging out with everybody in there. Mm-hmm. It's nice having a group of friends all the time.
Yeah.
It's just really nice.
Yeah. So we do have a pretty juicy episode of news and stocks and gameplay. We're going to hop right into that. Unfortunately, Touch Portal is our soundboard for the show is not working this evening. So once again, we are out of show bumpers. But, we'll make do. And we do have some news for you. We're going to go through some stocks. Shalene's going to share some of her recent capital gains.
Yes, I have some exciting news.
And also we have a massive backlog of screenshots and stories from the community that we have to share. I've got about 18 or 20 pictures.
I love that segment.
That we're going to have to go through, yeah. And then also we're going to talk about our gameplay. But this just in. Dun 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 dun. Take it away, Shalene.
I think we should replace the normal bumper with that. I think that was a lot better. Really, really good.
Acapella bumpers.
As always, shout out to Joseph Tao. Thank you so much for helping us put the news together every week. Joseph Tao's actually on vacation right now, so everybody send good vacation vibes to Joseph
Slacker.
Tao. Yes, I hope he's having a great time.
Do we know where do we know where he's traveling to?
I want to say he said he was traveling across the West Coast.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah. He tends to be a pretty hardworking guy.
Yeah.
So
oh, yeah. He works hard.
Usually take off
much deserved vacation.
Yeah. So have a good time, Joseph. I have no segue into this, but GTA 6 reportedly is going to have a playable female protagonist. That's exciting. I haven't actually read this article yet because it's been a week.
That's okay.
But Kotaku, this article by Ethan Gack, reports that GTA 6 will allegedly be set in Miami.
Oh.
And the release date is likely years away. And of course, Rockstar is pretty good at keeping a lid on things. They don't have a ton of leaks, but Bloomberg reports that there are some new details, including that the game will feature the series' first ever playable woman protagonist. And according to this Bloomberg report, there will be a pair of characters loosely inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, and the female character will be Latina. The game story will take place in a fictionalized Miami and its surrounding areas. Rockstar did not comment on these reports. Personally, I'm very excited about this. I've wished for a playable female character in GTA for a long time. It makes me happy. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that'll be great. Is there any other expectations that you have?
Not really. I expect that it is still going to be just I expect it to be a Rockstar game. I expect it to be GTA. I expect it to be really, really fun. I expect to be horrified at least 2 or 3 times as we play this game.
Right.
I think it'll be a good time. I expect good things. So has Rockstar ever let us down? Thunder? I'm trying to think.
I mean, GTA Online was a bit of a mess, but I think it was more like society let me down on that one, not necessarily Rockstar.
And from what I hear, GTA Online is good now.
Well, I have a few friends that play they role play on GTA Online, and it's wild.
I remember for a while you were into the GTA role play Twitch, and I watched that with you for a while.
Oh yeah. Really family RP, which was like, you're watching so and so get taken into the drunk tank again.
The House of Hooligans have been playing a lot of GTA Online.
Oh really?
And I haven't had a chance to watch the streams, but I've seen tons of screenshots that they've been posting, and it looks like they're having a great time. I think great. I played it like the first week it released, and it was not a great experience, but I think it would be a better experience if we played it now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, I expect good things from GTA 6.
Good.
You know what else I expect good things from?
The
next season of Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yes.
You want to talk about this one? I like for you to lead the Sea of Thieves stories because I feel like you're the resident expert.
Well, I'm not because I haven't read the article.
Okay, well, neither have I.
The only thing I know is that it's been delayed, which is fine because when I read it, I thought, oh, Shalene's going to be happy about that because now she might actually be able to get that floral bandana.
I still haven't even played, man. Still haven't even played.
You got to get it together.
I do. I need to get my life together. I haven't even gotten as far as the blunderbuss with the bouquet of lilies on it.
If you've got some
It's
time
just,
tonight, we
yeah.
should play because you know what? It's Golden Glory weekend.
Ooh, yeah.
So the gold is like double or triple in some instances.
Hmm. It's really fantastic audio podcasting content to plan our free time on the show.
Well, I
So
mean, to be
I
fair,
definitely
this is the only time we actually really get
I
to chat. So.
haven't spoken in like 3 weeks. But yes, I think we should. Tell us about Sea of Thieves, Fender.
So, as you guys know, if you are a Sea of Thieves fan, there is seasons now in the Sea of Thieves community, and we are now moving. We are on our 6th season, and we're moving into season 7. And fans expected season 7 to drop on July 22nd, but it didn't. And this was due to some unexpected delays. So Rare has decided to just push back that announcement and that release for season 7 to a later date. And I just want to like maybe just read verbatim the letter from the executive producer because it's his words, not mine, right? So, and this is from oh God, who's the executive producer of Sea of Thieves? I can't remember. Joe Neate. Joe Neate.
Yeah.
So he says, "Hi everyone, just wanted to share an update on the progress of Season 7 with you all. As we revealed during Xbox and Bethesda Showcase in June, Captaincy is at the heart of Season 7, and this is an update we are hugely excited about. We believe Captaincy will transform the experience of playing Sea of Thieves, adding deeper meaning and history to every session and every encounter out on the seas, along with the much requested ability to own and finally name your own ship."
I'm excited about that.
He goes on to say, however, with such a fundamental update to the game, adding a few letters of text onto a boat is like game breaking, apparently.
It's profound. It's life changing.
There is a lot of hidden work to be done in the background. This is an update that brings in a vast range of new stats to track and has required a complex partnership across game, UI, and service teams to bring to life. I could kind of see that because let's consider all of the things that they have to consider. Whether or not people can see the names, the names that are acceptable and which names would be banned, and how they would identify that a name has been, right? What else? So basically, that's it. Shouldn't be that hard, right? He says, as we started to get closer to originally stated release date, it became apparent that things were coming in hotter than we liked, and there was a real risk of not delivering to the quality and polish that we expect, as well as putting undue pressure across the team to get it all over the line. Subsequently, we have made the decision to shift the release date slightly back to August 14th. We understand this will be disappointing for those who are eagerly awaiting this update, and we appreciate your patience with this change. We know Season 6 has been a long one, but we are super excited about Captaincy, and we hope you are too. Not to mention, there's not too much longer to wait. We also want to make sure that with Season 7 arriving a little later than planned, you'll have plenty of time to play through this season when it arrives and enjoy leveling up your renown. Sweet. August promises to be an incredibly exciting month for Sea of Thieves. As we look past the launch of Season 7, we also have our next adventure, A Hunter's Cry, arriving on August 18th, so it's going to be a busy month. Running Sea of Thieves as an ongoing live experience is still a journey where we learn new things every day, but we will always consider what is the best course of action for players and our development team alike. We believe the decision to shift this release is absolutely the right one to deliver and the best experience for you all, while ensuring we continue to operate with a healthy and sustainable approach. Thank you for your understanding, blah, 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 blah. So that's Joe Neate's official response on the delay, which, I mean, I'm making it sound like it's a bigger deal than it actually is, but it is for some people because
I'm pretty excited about it.
Some people that this is all they play. It's Sea of Thieves every day, right? Some streamers, this is all they play. It's Sea of Thieves every day, right?
So they're depending on new content to help keep their livelihood going.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So Anyways, don't forget also this weekend is Gold and Glory weekend. It is live right now, and that ends in 2 days, just a little over 2 days. So if you haven't, if you're unfamiliar with what Gold and Glory is, it is basically a chance for players to cash in on additional rewards and renown as well as player stats for a 48-hour, 72-hour period over a weekend, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually participating in a takeover tomorrow for Teach Courage,
Nice.
who, as you know, is a avid Sea of Thieves streamer.
She's such a nice lady.
Yeah, so the takeover is in recognition of her reaching 10,000 followers on Twitch.
Congrats to her.
So congratulations to Teach, and very excited to sail with her tomorrow.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? When we started Gamestack all those many years ago, I never expected to talk about the assassination of the Prime Minister of Japan.
Hence the title.
Yes. Japan's former Prime Minister was assassinated a few weeks ago. This is a gamesindustry.biz article by James Batchelor. I'll bet Mr. Batchelor also never expected to be reporting about a Japanese prime minister assassination on gamesindustry.biz. But here we are. And it's a thing that happened. Shinzo Abe died in the hospital after being shot while delivering a speech. He is a former prime minister of Japan. And a suspect, Tetsuya Yamagami, was taken into custody and later admitted to shooting him. And in the wake of this attack, social media posts began spreading that compared the assassin's appearance to that of video game developer Hideo Kojima.
Can you imagine someone making that kind of accusation?
And
how
these
wild
tweets were misinterpreted because that's what happens on the internet.
Right. And
Kojima was identified as the assassin. Hideo Kojima began trending on Twitter, and he was being identified as the shooter in this assassination. And that is just, it's wild. This poor man. Can you believe that? Can you imagine? Just he loves watching movies and stuff. So like he probably takes a break from working on Death Stranding 2 or whatever he's working on, and he's like sitting back with a nice beverage and a snack, and opens up Twitter and sees himself trending, and he's like, oh wow, I'll bet they've discovered one of my games. There must be some great meme going around.
Right.
No, he's been accused of shooting the Prime Minister of Japan.
No.
So Kojima Productions made a statement saying that the studio strongly condemns the spread of fake news and rumors that convey false information, and added, "We do not tolerate such libel and will consider taking legal action in some cases." And I think he should 100% sue. I think he should sue.
Oh, this is definitely this is defamation land right here. Yeah.
The internet. The internet is a wild place. And I am very sorry for Mr. Kojima that this happened. I can't imagine being accused of such a monstrous thing when he's chilling at home, trying to make video games and watch movies, and this happens. It's wild. It's just wild.
I mean, I don't know. I've had some pretty crazy things happen to me in my lifetime, but assassination accusations is not something I can check off that list.
I hope it never is, dear. I hope it never is.
The dangers of memes, Archon says. Dangers of memes.
The internet is a crazy place.
The internet is absolutely crazy. We had a really good conversation in the Discord about how the internet takes over our lives or something, or will always
Mhm.
fail us or something. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, people were
Mhm.
people were shaming on social media, which was nice because social media.
Indeed. So, gosh, my Segway game is just left the building today. I've got nothing. But there is a new PlayStation Rewards program that may give you money for playing games and earning trophies. This is a Kotaku article by Arenaudis. For years, the thrill of nabbing a platinum trophy on PlayStation has been motivated by bragging rights. But later this year, once a new loyalty program is rolled out, you can reap tangible benefits. And this program is going to be called PlayStation Stars. It is a free membership program that will allow you to earn points by playing games. You log into your PlayStation 4 or 5 once per month, and you can earn points by completing specific trophies. You can also earn them by completing challenges, winning a tournament, for instance, or being the first person in your time zone to earn a platinum trophy. A platinum trophy, of course, is awarded for winning all of the other trophies in a game. And if you're signed up for PlayStation Plus, the service will feature a games on demand PlayStation Plus that features a games on demand library. You will earn points automatically for purchases that you make in the PlayStation Store.
Oh,
And they haven't revealed the rate at which you'll earn points or how many points you'll need to redeem rewards.
right.
Um, but yeah, it's a pretty cool new thing. And I find it really interesting that this article does not mention the fact that Xbox has been doing this for years. There's there is a program on Xbox. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's very similar to this. You play particular games and sometimes different challenges are available and you get points and you can exchange those points for things like gift cards and stuff like that.
Interesting.
You could get 3 free months of Xbox Gold, or I changed in my points once for a gift card to Sephora and bought lipstick
Of course you did.
because of course I did. So it's a good thing. It's a consumer friendly action. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Excellent.
things that are consumer friendly, the PlayStation Plus lineup for July. Wow, this is old news. I'm so sorry. Oh,
It's
wow. I
still
should have maybe
July.
gone through this.
It
It is
counts.
barely still
It
July.
counts. It's still July.
Yes, you can get Stray on PS4 and PS5. I've installed this weeks ago, still haven't played it. You can get Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on PS5 and Marvel's Avengers on PS4 and PS5. So
Huh.
that's those are all available for July. Definitely check those out if you have PlayStation Plus.
Nice. I'm excited to hear about your Stray play.
Yes, I will play it someday. I'm sure I will. I want to play it. The installation process went smoothly. That's all I can really report on
Well,
right
that's
now.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Oh my goodness. Um, so this is another Rockstar
Just
article.
killing it.
James Batchelor again. He returns. The Bachelor, James, the Bachelor named James, from GamesIndustry.biz reports that GTA 6 is now the focus of Rockstar, and GTA Online will continue to get support, but Red Dead Online will not receive any more major
Oh
expansions
my
so that the
gosh.
team can focus
I'm
on
sorry.
GTA 6.
There's like
So,
things popping up here. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that last part? I missed it.
Red Dead Online, they're not gonna pay much attention to that anymore. They're not gonna put any
Oh,
developer
really?
energy into that
Well, that's
so that
not
they can
unsurprising.
work on GTA
Yeah,
6.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not surprised either. I it was Red Dead Online was never as popular as GTA Online had proven to be. So
Yeah,
I don't find that surprising at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did play a little bit of Red Dead Online.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was okay. I don't know. It wasn't really. It was just Red Dead with friends. It wasn't really it wasn't bad like the things I've heard about it. Apparently it's just like such a mess. People like always attacking each other and stuff like that. But it wasn't that bad. So I don't know. Anyways, I should get back into Red Dead.
I played a little bit of the original Red Dead's multiplayer. I barely remember what that was like. I think
really?
I think you could like rob banks. I don't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah, you could do different things. Like you could form a posse and rob banks or do certain jobs and stuff to get posse points. I don't think that's what they're called, but yeah.
So Red Dead Online won't be getting any more updates, but you know what will? No Man's Sky.
Oh man, Sean Murray just killing it.
He is, man. This, of course, is free for everybody who owns the game. And it allows, according to Joseph Tao, for much more complex and aesthetically pleasing customization of your ship, along with the ability to hire crew. So that sounds exciting. The update is called Endurance, and it may be out by now. I'm trying to find the release date of this in the article.
Okay, wait a sec. Wait. I'm testing. Ah, it's working.
Hey, look at you. That's great.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, we actually wrote these show notes a while ago, so it's possible that this is out now. But Hello Games has revealed the next expansion for No Man's Sky. It's called Endurance. It is the 20th update so far. It is free to download, and it is available already. It says it was available today.
What's it called?
And this article was written a long time ago. Endurance.
So
you can manage freighter fleets, customize your ships, build on the outside of them.
Sorry, continue.
Okay. And you can explore the inside as you tour the new bridge section. Observation is a big part of the Endurance experience, and you can gaze out at the galaxy from the bridge and from other sections of your ship. And you can hire crew members that will keep your freighter operating, such as engineers, biologists, and technicians. That sounds really fun. I feel like this is getting close to being kind of a Star Trek experience.
No Man's Sky is very special in my heart. Very special.
Good. Yeah. For fans of space debris, Hello Games has overhauled asteroid fields to be more detailed and visually exciting, and black holes have received an upgrade that adds a new visual effect. Organic frigates will feature more diversity and come in a variety of color, shape, and tentacle configurations. Ooh, tentacle configurations.
Yeah, the living ships. I never actually got to the point of getting a living ship.
The living ships are cool. Pantagruelia from the Dames Who Game has shown some pictures of her living ship, and it's just really neat. Yeah, you can evolve the traits and stats of your organic ships by feeding them from the fleet management screen, and teleportation nodes can be set up on any point in your ship so you can easily travel between sections.
Have you ever thought of another like sci-fi show or movie or game where the ship in the story was alive?
Yes. I don't know if you read graphic novels ever. Saga features a living ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Saga is one of my favorite comics.
Actually, now that I think of it, Star Trek Voyager, Species 8472, their ship is also organic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Indeed. Archon says that living ships make him think of Farscape.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Farscape's on Freevee, and I think I'm going to watch it for the first time ever.
Really? Yeah. I haven't seen Farscape in a very long time. Yeah. The other big addition to this No Man's Sky update is the Polestar Expedition, an interstellar cruise, which you'll need to keep the freighter repaired, uncover its mysterious past, and journey across the galaxy at its helm. You can earn exclusive base parts, posters, the Fleet Commander's cape, the High Gravity Freighter Trail, a Child of Helios companion, and other rewards.
Cool.
I think the cape sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Any game where I can wear a cape. It's like that episode of Third Rock from the Sun when Mary Albright, she wears the cape to work one day and like everybody hates it, but she loves it. And she's like, I'm Mary Albright. And she's like, this is my cape.
That's brilliant. That's really good. Oh my goodness. I laughed and I'm like,
I'm going to send you that episode now.
Whew, okay. There's a company called Meta that is suing Meta for naming itself Meta.
Huh?
That's pretty meta.
So meta.
So Facebook, of course, changed its name to Meta, and there were some current concerns that the company was planning to dominate the nascent metaverse. But there is one company, it is an installation art company called Meta, that announced on Tuesday it will be suing Meta, aka Facebook, for trademark violation, alleging that Zuckerberg's name change violated the smaller company's established brand.
I love it.
The quote here says, on October 28th, 2021, Facebook seized our Meta mark and name, which we put our blood, sweat, and tears into building for over 12 years. Today, after 8 months of trying to negotiate with Facebook in good faith to no avail, we were left with no choice but to file a lawsuit against them. I love that they refused to call them Meta in the
Yeah. I hope that they fight it, and I hope they win.
I hope they win. Good luck to them.
Obviously it's gonna settle out of court. Facebook is gonna give them a bunch of money for their name, and they're gonna accept it. But honestly, if I was that little business, I would rake them for every single cent they like. How much is your company worth? 40 billion? 400 billion? Well, it's going to cost you $400 billion to get this name. Right?
I hope they stick to their guns. I think that's a terrible thing. So
stupid Facebook.
Good luck to them. Good luck to Meta.
Yeah. Down with the bloody big head.
So this is another story that I thought was kind of wild. If you're out there using a Nintendo Wi-Fi adapter from 2005, I would like to ask you to stop at this time. If that's how you're getting your Wi-Fi, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop for a number of reasons. But the first one being that Nintendo has issued a warning to cease usage of the Nintendo Wi-Fi USB connector because it is leaving people vulnerable to a viral attack. And this tweet went out on their official Japanese account. And this is a peripheral that was released in 2005. Japan got an exclusive version called the Wi-Fi Network Adapter in 2008. And Wi-Fi was not as common as it is today, back in those bygone times. It was a USB connector that plugged into a PC that was connected to broadband, and it allowed Nintendo devices to have access to that network. So without Wi-Fi, you could use this little dongle to connect your features to Wi-Fi and be online. But if this is still how you're using, how you're getting Wi-Fi, please stop, because it's a security threat. They ask you to cease and switch to a different network device. And
well, I would imagine that this is like, this Wi-Fi connector is for like controllers and things like that, right?
It's for like your DS. And
yeah.
your Wii. Yeah. So why are you still using this out there?
Hey,
why are you still using one of these? If you're
some
still
people
using, write in info@wejustlovegames.com. I want to hear from you.
I feel like this is one of those pieces of technology that you just don't think about, though. Like,
oh, Spellcheck1 had that for his DS.
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, like your modem or your router for your internet, you only really replace it once your internet tanks and stops working, and
Yes.
then you go and you look at the 3 inches of dust that is on your router, and
And
you're
you
like,
realize that you bought this device
maybe I
like,
should replace it because it's 15 years old. Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Out of sight, out of
Yeah.
mind. Right?
Spell check never used theirs.
Hmm.
So good on you, spell check. You are in no danger of a cyber attack from that
Very
avenue, at
important
least.
news. Big news here
Yes.
on Gamestack Podcast.
Yeah. So I did want to okay, I'm going to skip some of this, but one thing I do want to mention is that we have been seeing some photos from the set of the new upcoming Fallout TV show.
Oh,
And I
really?
think it looks really good.
Oh,
I
let me
think it
pull it up.
looks really, really good. Yes. These, some of these photos absolutely look deceptively like Fallout 3 screenshots. And it's just, I can't wait. There are some additional photos as well that are not included in this article, vendor, of the power armor and some other things. And I really think, at least aesthetically, they're going to nail it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Maybe the story will be terrible. Maybe the characters will not mesh. I don't know. But
I mean, look at this. Look at
the
this.
sets look really
Right?
good.
Super Duper Mart looks
The
super
sets
duper.
look so good.
Right? So I'm looking forward to this.
It's very promising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great. There's the power armor that you were talking about.
Ooh.
And why does it say Q's throne on a piece of paper taped to a wall of plywood? Is Q in there?
I hope so.
With his gray lips and everything?
I really hope so. I think that would be the only thing that could possibly.
Oh, look at this. Do you
make
see
the Fallout
this?
show
Look at the
better.
vault. Look at the vault.
Ooh.
Look at that set. Oh
Gosh,
my
this
gosh.
is very compelling.
You know what Bethesda should do? They should buy all the pieces of this set and put it in a museum when it's done filming.
I think they should just put it in their offices. And then when you go in their office, it's like walking into a vault.
Yes.
It's going to be brilliant.
Yes.
It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
What are we watching now?
Oh, this is just gameplay. I
somebody
don't
playing?
know. It's just
Yeah.
somebody's talking. So, but
Yeah, because okay. Well, go ahead and.
oh, here, look at this. Look at this. Bam.
Ooh.
Did you see that?
I think, is that just a cosplay though? I think that was just a cosplay. Regardless, the stills we are seeing from the show look absolutely brilliant, and I feel hopeful. I feel extremely hopeful. And that is all the news.
Oh, really? All right. Well, that brings us to GameStock. So the stocks are up quite a bit this week. This is in comparison to our previous episode 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It was a while ago. It doesn't matter anymore. Sony closed out today at $85.39, down $1.57. Microsoft up $20.38, closing at $280.74. Or sorry, $280.74. Beg your pardon. Nintendo closed at $56, down 16 cents. Take-Two up $2.32, closing at $132.73. Activision up 72 cents, closing at $179.95. Ubisoft up 41 cents at $41.10. EA closing out at $131.23, up $1.07, 10 cent, down $3.15 at $38.66. So, compared to our last episode, the stocks are doing quite well, especially Microsoft.
Indeed.
Up $20 in the last 3 weeks. That's pretty good.
Well,
I wonder what that's hinged on.
I have no idea.
I know how we like to always speculate. Oh, it's probably because, that person said so and so, or
this game was announced.
yeah, sexual allegations. Oh, sorry, that's not a laughing matter.
Well, I promised you guys an update on my own personal finances, because that's how GameStop got started, by monitoring my own little game stock investments. And you folks may recall that I own 3 shares of Nintendo. And guys, I got an email recently that I was being paid
Oh,
dividends.
really?
Yes.
Bank
And
error in your favor.
yes.
You collect $10.
Actually, it was $3.14. Thank you very much.
Whoa.
In dividends from Nintendo. So I just feel like I have a responsibility to disclose that,
Oh,
so that you
that's
guys can
great.
know my possible bias when discussing Nintendo news and products.
Okay. We want you to write, if you're listening, we want you to write into the show, email info at wejustlovegames.com. Tell us what Shalene should spend that $3.14 on. Because, you know, big spender here.
Indeed. I would like to hear your suggestions. So,
Yeah, I
I
mean, you could buy
included,
like 3
yeah,
tacos with that
on Taco
on
Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday.
On Taco Tuesday, that's 3 tacos.
3 tacos right there. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just I'm laughing at the image that you put into the show note.
If there's any Breaking Bad fans out there, I put the image of the guy when he just lays down on the money in the storage unit.
That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole show, by the way.
We include a lot of inside jokes in our show notes.
It's okay. See, Joshy's already, the gears are turning. He's thinking about it. Anyways, that is GameStock. Now we're going to hop into some screenshots and stories and talk about what the community is playing.
I'm so excited.
So, this first image, checks notes, scrolling. This first image is from, where is the screenshots and stories? There it is. Vodka Knockers. So he says here, a popular character from the base game's expansion, Tiberzan leads his fierce pirate fleet into battle against the Empire of the Hand, otherwise known as Chiss. The Chiss are the race of people Grand Admiral Thrawn is from. And then
interesting.
And then he includes this picture as well and says Admiral Ackbar himself taking down the Imperial Remnant's orbital defenses to liberate Coruscant using a mix of older and advanced New Republic ships along with a captured Star Destroyer for good measure. And caps his story off with this image by saying, finally, the leader of Pentastar alignment, Ardus Kane, leverages his Superstar Destroyer Reaper to take the fight to the isolationist Happy's Consortium at their home with the entire royal house in orbit.
That looks like a fun time.
And so for our audio listeners, it's a smattering of images of ships in space and battles. And the last image is, he's in some sort of asteroid belt. And there's Star Destroyers, and it looks very epic. This next one comes from Taz, and he says, helping vendor off a pole after being hit by a train in Farm Sim 19.
Oh my goodness.
No way to rescue mine when it hit me in FS 22. For our audio listeners, he's in like a loader, and my tractor with a trailer that is full of grain is like twisted and upside down and stuck vertical on a pole. This was actually from a long time ago. This is probably 2 years ago, at least. And that was so funny. We laughed for like an hour trying to get me off of this pole. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to get me off poles, but but it was a fun time. And then he also sends this one. This must be the image in Farm Sim 22 where he was hit by a train.
Right.
His trailer. He's got a
holy smokes
set of 2 trailers.
He's jackknifed, and the trailer is somehow on the roof, while the truck is on the ground.
Basically.
but it's still attached.
Still attached.
And wow, how? How now?
That reminds
Crown
me of
cow.
this video that I saw on Reddit today of this tractor trailer hauling a wind turbine blade, and the train hit the blade because it was so long it couldn't get across the tracks in time, and it basically like twisted and threw the truck through the air. Like,
Yikes.
it was wild. Yeah, it's good stories. And we're now
Oh,
starting to get
kitty.
images from the new game Stray.
I can't wait to play this.
For those of you who don't know what Stray is a puzzle platformer that involves a cat, which you play as a stray cat, and you venture around. What is it, Tokyo?
Yeah, it's a cyberpunk future Tokyo.
Yeah.
Full of robots.
So this one's from Ash DZ, and he says Stray is awesome, and I'm only 5 minutes in. And it's can you describe for the audio listeners what we're looking at here?
So there are some very industrial looking walls that are covered in vines and vegetation so that we know it's post-apocalyptic. And there is a little orange kitty sitting on an iron girder.
We also have this one from Vexinator, and they say, I'm a cat. That is all.
We have a similar setting of overgrown industrial setting, and now there are two kitties. The orange one from the previous photo is standing next to a gray kitty with some brownish orange ears.
Mm-hmm.
They look adorable.
We also have another couple of farm sim images. This one, I don't know how this one got in here. This one I think is also from Taz, but it's not in the Discord, so I'm just gonna skip over to the next one because I've got nothing on it. Yeah. I lost my place. Oh, this one is from Karaksoon, and it is an image of Microsoft Flight Sim. It's the splash screen for flight training, and it looks like they've mastered 12% of basic flight handling. And they say, to misquote the Guardians of the Galaxy, apparently I have 12% of a plane. And this one comes from RTZ13, and we know what this is from, right? Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And they say, still didn't beat it. Looks good, though.
I need to play that.
I think I'm almost ready.
Yeah,
I think I'm almost
started
ready.
It twice.
What
is this?
This is probably the winner for me this week. This image is from Satyr. And
this is a brilliant screenshot.
They said, when you have organs to deliver, but someone blows up your ship while you're inside it, picking them up. And describe this for our audio.
Okay, listeners. So this is a character with a weapon on his back, wearing some kind of a close-fitting spacesuit, carrying a like an ice chest with some lungs in it, apparently. Maybe a nice liver. In front of a planet, just in space.
Brilliant.
It's
I don't even know what game.
Screenshot.
I don't even know what game it is. Space Engineers,
Gosh,
maybe?
that is incredible. Incredible.
This is not Space Engineers. This is like Mass Effect, maybe? No.
I have no idea. This isn't Mass Effect.
Anyways, this other image is, I can't make it out, but they've got some sort of
inside a ship or base of some kind. There's a giant blood stain on the floor, so some kind of shenanigan has happened here. Oh, it's
Star Citizen,
and he is holding a container that's wearing a birthday hat.
Brilliant. Great images. We've got some more good images. This one from RTZ13. He says, it seems like I'm on sort of a mythology July streak, exploring the North in God of War.
Gosh, God of War was so good.
And this is an image of them trudging through the snow at the top of some mountain peaks.
The snow physics are really good in this game.
Yeah, they look great. It's exactly what it's like in real life, I can tell you. And then this second image, and he says, and the Hellenic world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oh, wait. No, that's the follow-up image. This is still God of War.
Kratos and Atreus are in the boat.
And this final image, the Hellenic world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey on my little mobile friend. And
yeah. Playing on the Steam Deck.
Steam Deck, yeah. There you go. Excellent. But wait, there's more. Taz brings us some more from Farm Sim. This one is an image of his class tractor. And he says, bringing home a load of seeds for planting on FS22 Bloomfield in Canada map. So I've heard good things about that map. I've got to get back into Farm Sim. Our server sort of ended, and then I just never went back to it.
I loved your Farm Sim streams. They were so chill.
Okay, this next image is a bit of a story from VOD, so I'm just going to read it out. He says, all right, friends, time for a small confession. The game I've spent far and above the most time playing for the past year is an older Star Wars RTS game called Empire at War. Specifically, some exceptionally well-made mods for it. The best mod by far is called Thrawn's Revenge, and the content is based on the Battle of Endor Legends, pre-Disney, and includes playable factions like the New Republic, Imperial Remnant, and a handful of breakaway Imperial warlords and more. Same mod team also made an excellent Clone Wars era mod called Fall of the Republic. The strategy game nails space and land combat better than anything I've ever played. I wanted to post pics here sooner, though each time I went to do so, I ended up playing the game for hours instead. And then he says, this one here is Aredu, Authorities Assertor, Superstar Destroyer is a chonky boy with an escort facing down a formidable New Republic fleet.
I don't know why, but that ship looks a little bit Lego to me.
Yeah, and some of the earlier images that we showed at the beginning of Screenshots and Stories were actually follow-up to this image here. So they're out of sequence. I apologize for that, but
how dare you?
Just rewind 8 minutes and look at those first images. But that's basically Screenshots and Stories. Let's talk about what we're playing. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So, as you know, I was on vacation. Didn't play a single video game for 11 days. And you know that meme of
yes.
Dave
Y'all got any of them video games?
Dave Chappelle, and he's like it was actually, no, we did play some games. We didn't play video games, but we played games. Do you know crib, Shalene?
I'm not familiar, no.
Like cribbage?
Oh, cribbage, yeah.
Yeah. I played the best game of crib ever. It's called Crib Wars. Okay. And I got to show this to you on the screen share because it's just awesome. So this is the board for anybody who's watching. And basically, like, the first part of it is like a regular crib board. So you can play to the end here. And that's the end of the game. Or you can continue on and play through the rest of the board. So at the top, there you keep going, you see there's a blue line and there's like a blue box. If you hit that blue box, you've got to go back to this part here and keep playing. If you hit this green line here, then you skip forward all the way up to here. And then there's various other boxes of blue where you get knocked back, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot longer than a regular crib game, but we actually played it in the airport in Victoria when our flight got canceled and we had to sit there. So we were like all crowded around this little table playing cards and like eating snacks, and people are like walking by looking at us thinking that we're crazy. But it was lots of fun. So yeah, I actually did play a game, Crib Wars. I also played 5 Crowns, I think it's called. It's another card game. But and then when I got back, I really didn't play all that much. Mostly, actually, this week I played more video games than the last couple of weeks. I tried out Among Trees. If you remember me talking about it previously, Among Trees is...
in that. How was it?
It's this sort of like chill hiking game where you come up... So I fired up the game. And you don't actually, there's no character creation, so you don't know what your character looks like. You know what your character's hands look like, and that's pretty much it. Which kind of bugs me a little bit. Now that I think about it, I like to see what my character looks like. It's a part of the immersion. The game is beautiful. It's got a little bit of a geometric cartoon kind of feel to it, but it's still beautiful. The sky is beautiful, and I found a cabin. And then you've got to go through all of these things to like fix the cabin and learn these new recipes and do all this other stuff. And it was quite overwhelming, actually. I was stepping into the game thinking that I was just going to be hiking and it was going to be this chill experience, but I ended up like starving to death.
Oh
And
no.
dying by a creek. And then I left the game and I never went back to
Very
it.
dark.
I know. I ate some bad mushrooms and that was the end of it. So I haven't gone back to it. That's all I can report on it for now. But it is very relaxing. And I actually haven't run into any wildlife yet. Just rabbits so far and the odd bird. But yeah. I've also been
the rabbits.
yeah, I've also gotten back into ATS and ETS truck sim. So I've been doing a lot of driving, logging jobs through the mountains in Oregon. And I was in New Mexico the other day.
Ooh, why didn't you stop by?
I know, right? Driving down through Santa Fe. And I also hopped into Euro Truck Simulator because I wanted to go to Copenhagen. So I did a job and I drove to Copenhagen, and it is so terribly rendered. It's just awful. Like there's one building that you can like sort of identify that is known in Copenhagen as like an iconic building. But you can't access it and you can't really drive by it. It's just, you just see its peak off in the distance. It's terrible. So I'm quite sad about the Denmark DLC, but here we are. The roads are really good though. And, the bridge that you take from Sweden to Denmark that where you cross the channel is actually really awesome. It's like a known bridge that's famous, but so that's kind of my gameplay. I haven't been playing a lot. I've just been sort of relaxing. I got my 4th dose of my COVID vaccine booster, and on Friday of last week, so I was feeling kind of chonky over the weekend. Felt kind of crappy. So, but yeah, what have you been up to?
Well, I work a lot, so I don't game as much as I wish I did. Um, we did play some Sea of Thieves before you left on vacation, and we started that new quest, which is now over, and we'll just never know how it ended.
I know. I almost want to like watch some gameplay just to find
Right?
out what happens.
Yeah, I want to comment on that. I hate that these things are time limited. I hate that they've made this game so ephemeral. I hate inconsistency in the world. They had this limited time quest going, so we couldn't buy or sell at the Sea Post. And then for a while Golden Sandals was unavailable. We couldn't use anything there. It was I want to be able to rely on knowing what's there. I didn't enjoy that
It's like you don't
aspect.
even care.
But yeah, I don't like how they've made things so ephemeral in Sea of Thieves. Not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm still playing Fallout 76 pretty regularly. Still working on that homework grind.
Can I just hop back to Sea of Thieves for a moment?
Go ahead.
They've got to have stats on like how many people don't finish. I wonder what those are.
That would be interesting to see how
They've
many
got to have
people
they've got to have
started
stats.
and didn't finish. Yeah.
They've got to have stats on that.
This is 2 or 3 of those limited time quests that I've done the first half of.
You're just not cut out for that kind of life.
I'm not. I'm not. And like I have that completionist heart, and it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts
Yeah.
that I can never complete those things. Speaking of completing things, Archon finished the scoreboard in Fallout 76 this week. I'm about halfway through, because I'm a mere mortal in Fallout 76. But I have been playing. I have a bit of a story. I was playing by myself one day, And something that I really enjoy doing in Fallout 76 is just hopping around to visit different people's camps. And I'll go shopping in their vending machines and just look around at their camp, see how they have things set up. Sometimes things are really cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing this, and there were some water purifiers at one particular camp that I visited, and there was a daily challenge to collect so many purified water. And these 2 water purifiers were unlocked, and I grabbed the water out of them, thinking, oh, that was really nice of this guy to leave his water unlocked.
It's a trap.
And I was clicking through them, and the third one was locked. The third one was locked, but I just clicked on through because I was assuming that it was unlocked, and I have the locksmith perk equipped so that I automatically pick locks. So I picked this guy's lock, and the next thing you know, I am a known criminal with a bounty on my head. And
for stealing water.
Yes, for stealing water. And I was kind of stressed out about it. And I thought, okay, Archon can shoot me the next time he logs on, and then I won't have a bounty anymore. And I was just trying to kind of keep it low key and just keep on surviving. And so I go to my house, and I'm working on the daily challenges. And one of the daily challenges is to plant crops in your camp. So I have this handful of blueberries, and I'm just farming, planting the blueberries. And this high level player comes by, and he's like super high level compared to me. And he's very tough looking in his power armor, and he has this Gatling plasma. And I noticed that he's watching me plant blueberries. And then he comes in, and like I wave at him, and he comes and kind of stands in front of me and just kind of spins up his plasma Gatling. And I'm like, oh, he wants to collect my bounty.
Oh my gosh.
And it was very polite, I thought, that he sort of indicated that that was what he wanted by spinning up the weapon without firing. So I went on voice, and I'm like, hey there, if you want to collect my bounty, go right ahead. You know, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. So he shot me dead there in my garden. I collected my bounty, and I was no longer a wanted criminal. I paid my debt to society, but I thought that was just so funny that he came and was like, hey, can I shoot you?
I wonder if it was the guy that owned the water.
It was not the guy that owned the water.
No? Oh.
No, it was a different guy.
Were you like, I'm sorry I took your water? And he was like, what are you talking about? Oh.
So I usually play with Archon, though, and he has been playing with some of his lower level characters instead of his main. And I realize now that I kind of rely on him being very tough for my own survival. I apparently spend a lot of time hiding behind him and that kind of thing. And I didn't realize this until it wasn't an option anymore. So to survive, I deployed my donut power armor, and it helped a little bit, but it wasn't the best. And I realized that I had the opportunity to buy the last piece of Strangler Heart power armor. And I have been coveting this power armor vendor for just ages now. Like, it's been over a year that I've wanted this power armor. I don't know if you remember the Strangler Heart armor, but it's the one that's overgrown with vines and just covered in
like
vegetation.
rose vines?
A bit. Yeah, it's different kinds of vegetation.
Okay.
And I built it and made it legendary and put it on, and I feel like some kind of amazing druid, and I'm invincible in this druid power armor, and it makes me so happy. So happy.
Oh, that's great.
So that's my
I want to
Fallout
see
76.
a picture. I'm
sure.
What's it called?
Yeah, Strangler Heart.
Strangler Heart power armor.
Yes, it's really, really fun.
Oh, look at it. Oh, it's like ghillie. It's like a ghillie suit.
A little bit. I think it's much better though.
Oh, look at those little ferns coming out of the knees.
Yes. Isn't it good?
That's good. I like
I'd
it.
actually been wearing some armor called
I'm
Thorn
gonna,
armor that's
yeah.
similar, and it's not very good armor, but I was wearing it because of the aesthetics. So now I have that, and it has the aesthetic, and it's also good armor. So I
Yeah.
was excited.
Ah, that's good.
And while you were on vacation, I did a little stream that day.
Oh,
When we would have had our usual podcast, I streamed the new Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge.
cute. Yeah, I
It
watched a
is,
little bit of
ugh,
it. I watched a little bit of it. I was lurking. But
it is so much fun, Vendor. It is so much fun. There's this intro has these Saturday morning cartoon vibes. It took me back to my childhood
really?
and just brought me tremendous joy. I
It's
was a
nice.
huge Turtles fan as a child. Like I was always playing Ninja Turtles, and like I had all the Ninja Turtle coloring books, and I loved the Ninja Turtles. And it was such good nostalgia. And I played as April O'Neil, which I thought was fun that was an option. And I thought it was really great that she just never put her microphone down. She was using it to whack the enemies, and it was part of her whole shtick. And um, she would do longer range attacks. She would expand the microphone out into a mic stand and whack the Foot Clan. The soundtrack is great. There are really good boss fights. I had to fight Bebop and Rocksteady, and it was just brilliant. There was a skateboard level where I was chasing Bebop and Rocksteady in a monster truck, and I was on like a little hoverboard.
Oh my
And there were
gosh.
just ninjas everywhere and robots, and it was so fun. I really, really enjoyed my time with that game. Um, it was so much fun. Highly recommend. And it was on Game Pass. I was very excited about that on Game Pass. So Game Pass for PC, absolutely brilliant. I can never talk about Game Pass without feeling like I sound like a shill because I love it so much. But I enjoyed Shredder's Revenge. Highly recommend. Um, and I also I watched the first episode of the Netflix Resident Evil show,
Oh no.
and I just I don't see that it has much in common with the Resident Evil games aside from the name Resident Evil.
It got really bad reviews.
Did it? Did
Real
it?
like there was like articles were like it's not.
It was panned.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only watched the first episode. I thought it was an okay post-apocalyptic scenario, but I just didn't see how there was much Resident Evil happening there. So I may watch more episodes. We'll see. I don't watch a ton of TV in general, but I just wanted to say if you want it to be at all related to the Resident Evil video games, you will be sadly disappointed.
I just finished watching the HBO miniseries Chernobyl with
Huh.
Jared Harris and Nellis Skullgard, whatever his name
I
is.
never could get past the fact that all those Ukrainians spoke with
British accents. Well, I mean,
crisp
It's HBO.
British accents.
It's HBO. It's meant for Brightons.
I couldn't do it.
Hey, as soon as I heard Jared Harris was in it, I was on board. He's amazing. He's one of the best actors in my opinion. Yeah. Him and Tom Cruise. No, Tom Cruise. What am I talking about? Ew.
I was a little
Tom
surprised.
Hanks. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Tom Hanks. If you're listening to the show. Yeah.
Good day.
Anyways, that's a
That's all I
show.
got.
That's a
it.
show. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye. No, just kidding. Yeah. Do we have any plugs or announcements?
I do. I have a plug. Last night I did a guest spot on a Fallout podcast called the Fallout Roundtable.
Oh, cool.
So check that out. It is an episode about companions. In the
And
Fallout series.
this is the lovely Jessica Starr. Is no?
No.
Who is on the round table?
The roundtable. I was invited by Brokeep from our Discord.
Okay.
Who is a listener?
Yeah.
He's one of the hosts of that show.
Oh, excellent. So. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have the link, put it in the Discord so we can all listen to it.
Well, I don't think it's posted yet.
Once you have
it last night.
Once you have it, yeah.
We'll post it later, but you can. It'll probably be up by the time this shows up.
Don't forget the show is sponsored by Oak and Crow Coffee. If you head on over to oakandcrow.com, you can pick up a bag of We Just Love Coffee's blend, and every bag purchase, this is me shredding it, $2 goes to the Children's Miracle Network. Good job, vendor. Don't forget, you can email us also at info@WeJustLoveGames. $3.14, you guys. What should Shalene do with her $3.14? Send us an email, info@WeJustLoveGames.com.
My Nintendo opinions are completely compromised now.
Facebook, you can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/WeJustLoveGames, facebook.com/groups/WeJustLoveGames. We're also on Twitter at WeJustLoveGames, Shalene at Shalene L, myself at VendertronN. We're also on Discord. If you scroll down below Shalene here on the screen, if you're listening live, you can click the Discord link and get right in there. And oh my gosh, Joshy in the chat says, wait, $3.14, get a piece of pie.
You know what? He raises a good point there.
I'll tell you right now, though, you cannot get a piece of pie in Canada for $3.14. No.
Yeah.
No.
Probably can't get one here either.
Maybe you can get like one of those crappy fast food like apple pies from like Arby's or McDonald's.
But why would I though?
Because it's $3.14. It's a rule now.
Like, if I'm gonna like.
The answer was right there, he says. Brilliant. We record the show live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, unless our power is out, in which case you'll have to wait for the following week. You can find us on twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGame, and that is at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard, as I mentioned. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Please like, subscribe, and review the show, and we will shout you out. Have we got any last words, Shalene?
Why are you still here? Go do something productive.
Good night, guys.